it's Catherine here from Too Busy to Blog, and I am here with an update on my 5-day batching challenge. I hope that you were able to batch something on your week. So how did I do? Well, I don't know if you remember, but my goal was to do 4 blogs, and it was quite a small goal due to the lack of time that I have at the moment because I have a small baby and I'm basically working in nap times. So my goal was 4, and how did I do? Well, I did 3. I didn't manage the last one. I didn't manage it, but I am not disappointed. I am a little bit disappointed, I've got to admit, because I told you I was going to do 4. But that's the thing about accountability. I did 3, and that's fine. I've got blogs for 6 weeks lined up now because I'm posting them every 2 weeks, and I'm really happy with the blogs that I did, and it feels really good to have them in the bank so I can use them later on. So although I didn't meet my goal this time, I'm really happy with what I did, and I'm glad I did it anyway. So I was thinking of what to share with you now that I've finished my week of batching, and I sat down and wrote down some things that I learned during my week, and I've got 7 things. I'm going to tell them to you now. So the first one is, I don't know if you remember, when I set my goal, I put some little Lego people on my mantelpiece. And I put 4 Lego people on my mantelpiece, and during the week, whenever I finished a blog, I would move it over, move one of them over to one side. And that was really good. That really helped to motivate me, and it made me smile every time I looked at them, and it made me think, I've got to get that person over. And when I started a blog, I just turned the little Lego person to face the direction that they were walking in, and I moved them along a little bit because I'd started it but I hadn't finished it. So it was a really fun way of setting goals and keeping track of my goals throughout the week. I do need to take them down because they're still up there right now, and the one Lego person that didn't make it is looking pretty miserable. But maybe next time. So I really think that having a physical representation of your goals that you're working on in the week is really good. So the second thing that I learned was that I have a lot less time to work on the computer than I think I do, because my son is in preschool for like 15 hours a week. And I thought that I would probably get about 8 hours of working time, but actually it was more like 40 minutes a day because I have a little baby and I'm basically working in her nap times. So it's just like you're waiting for like the fruit machine to all line up so that you can sit down and work. So the first fruit on the fruit machine is like my son goes to preschool. The second fruit on the fruit machine is the baby is finally napping, and the third one is my own sort of mental state and whether I'm in the right frame of mind to blog, or whether I just am able to because I'm physically got everything set up in front of me. So it's like I'm waiting for all these things to line up, and sometimes they don't always line up, like the baby naps at an inconvenient time for me or whatever. So I've just got to roll with it, but I have a lot less time to work than I thought I did, which is useful to know because now I know that I'm working in sections of half an hour, 40 minutes. I can get my mindset adjusted to that fact and try and think, okay, how can I be productive in this really small amount of time? And I noticed that the Pomodoro technique uses blocks of 25 minutes of time for productivity. So I really need to get myself into that kind of frame of mind because that's this kind of timescale I'm working on with my baby napping. So yeah, that was one of the things that I learned. So the third thing that I learned was that a formula helps for your blog. When you're batch blogging, a formula helps. Do you have a formula for your blog? So not to be robotic about it and not to make every blog the same, but if you are doing similar kinds of blogs, like maybe a series, which I recommend that you do when you're batching because that makes things really easy to batch, or just your blog format generally, what is your formula like? For example, do you usually put in 3 photos? So for me, I was doing a lot of blogs about places to hike, and I've done them before, and I was doing some more as part of this series. And the formula is I embed the map of the place. I look on YouTube and find some really interesting and enlightening and useful videos about it, and I embed those, and then I find some nice images about it, and then I embed those, and then I find the walks that I'm recommending, and then I do those, and then I look up some really interesting blogs that someone has blogged about walking in this area, and I take a quote from them and I link to them and I put that in. So there's certain things that I tend to do over and over again, and the call to action at the end. So I put in the thing that I want people to click on when they get to the end of the blog. So that is the formula, and if you're just starting from scratch, you're going to have to make all those decisions over and over again. So it really helps to have a formula. So that is a good tip for batching. Fourth thing that I learned was that accountability really works, public accountability. If I was not doing this public challenge to you, I don't know if I would have done that. I would have tried, but I maybe would have done 2 and struggled, but I did 3 and I was checking in with you on a regular basis, and it really worked for me. So I really encourage you to do that. And if you join the Batch, Create and Automate Bootcamp, which is my e-course on batch blogging, then you can do your public accountability with people who are already doing that and who totally understand where you're coming from, and you can post in there about what you're batching and how you're doing, and we'll cheer you on. So that is number 4, accountability works. And the 5th one is that reusing content on a blog really works as well. One of the blogs that I decided to do was to reuse and just update slightly and expand on slightly some content that I'd already written previously for an ebook. It was like a 20 top tips ebook, and I had already written it, but I wanted to pull that out and make it into its own blog, which I did, and that was really fast to do, and I loved it, and it was easy and fast. So can you reformat anything you've already done? Can you make an extract from something that you've already done and turn it into its own blog? So that's a good tip for you. So you really need to think about fast formats. In the Batch Create course, I provide you with 25 ideas of fast format blogs you can create. So if you want to join in, then yeah, you'll get those. Okay, tip 6, or the 6th thing I learned, was that it's so good to just finish. So if I had been flipping around between the 4 different blogs, I might have finished 1 or 2, but I probably wouldn't have finished 3. It's so important just to work on one thing and finish it, and then move on to the next thing and work on that and then finish it and move on to the next thing. Don't flip around between things. You won't get anything done. It's like it happens so much in like your normal life as well. Finish the laundry. Don't just leave the laundry half finished. Get it done. Finish the washing up, and just like household stuff as well. Just finish it. Just finish what you're working on. I mean, this is really hard when you like crafting, because like everyone, I've got loads of unfinished craft projects, but we all know that we need to finish them, and then it feels so good when you do. So finish it. And the 7th thing that I learned is, I'm looking down at my notes. Yeah, the lack of computer time has really made me question and rethink the format that I am communicating in, because it's really hard for me to sit down and type right now, because even if the baby is napping or nursing, then usually she's on me, like lying on me, or I'm carrying her or something, or she's in my arms. So even though I can type, it is harder to type because I'm leaning over and hunching over a lot. So it takes a long time to get anything like that done, and it feels really hard right now in my life because I've been working with this baby at short periods of time to do typing. So if I was able, I would definitely switch my format to more videos or audios like this one, because it's so much easier to make. My baby's lying on me right now. I don't know if this is decent. Yeah, there she is. I can film a video to you. It's really quick. It's really easy. I don't need to... It's just easier. It's just easier for me. So I'm thinking, what can I make now what can I actually communicate? What can I make? What can I create? Can I create a course this way with less writing and more talking? I know that not everyone always watches videos, but it's the thing that I can do. It's the only thing that I can manage more easily right now. I could get so many more videos done than I can writing. So for the blog that I was batching for, I can't really make videos for, because it doesn't really work for my blog and where I am right now in my life physically, and I can't really demonstrate on video the topic that the blog is about right now. If I could, then I would do loads of videos, but I can't. But if you had a blog that was based on tips, on some sort of skill that you're teaching or something like that, then you can film loads of videos and just have content for loads of weeks really easily. So I am really thinking now about how I can how I can use this knowledge of my lack of typing time to create something more easily. So that is what I've learned. That is it. I hope you enjoyed this little insight into behind the scenes of my batching. I still love batching. It's the best way that I can get anything done. And if you want all the information about how I batch all my blogs, then you can join the Batch, Create and Automate Bootcamp, where I basically teach you all the steps that I do when I do batch blogging in a lot more detail, and all the behind the scenes tips and strategies and social media strategies and things that I do to run my blog and social media when I have basically no time and I'm too busy to blog. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that, and let me know if you batch. I would love to know, and I will see you in the course. Okay, bye.